Hey there, welcome back. Long time no see. This is Concrete Conversations, Season 2, Episode 2. So it's been a while since the last episode, and I can only apologise for that. Mainly it's due to being busy with the Mark IV version of the Nugent M Series range, which is out now. But also at home, I've had the builders in, which isn't a euphemism, by the way. But I've got a great episode today, split into two parts. The second part, we're going to be out and about in Wolverhampton again. And as much fun as I had at Britannia Concrete last time, it's not back there, but it is with one of their suppliers. But for the first part of today's episode, well, it's spring here. The weather's getting warmer, but it is still a little bit chilly. That's why I've got my jumper on. So going for some warm weather education from the Greek islands. Off to our roving reporter, Linz, who in this instance wants to be called Judith Chalmers, blast from the past, on a shameless pun known as Mix You Were Here. Thanks for that introduction, Linz. Here's a little interlude I'm going to call Concrete Conversations. People come from all over the world to Crete to see the buildings, like this one. The Palace of Knossos, which is over 8,000 years old. But since the financial crisis in Greece in 2009, there's been loads more building going on here. And why not? The place is perfect for concrete work. All the ancient and classically historical buildings right through to the modern and stunning constructions of today all have one thing in common. Pretty much all the material is local from the island. And why is that? As you can see from the mountains behind me, Crete is not flat. But it's not a volcanic island like you'd expect. It's actually a tectonic island, which means, although they're formed in similar ways, volcanic islands are created by molten hot rock or, Dr. Evil?
Liquid hot magma.
Ha, ledge. From deep inside the earth, shooting up vertically and then cooling quickly on the surface, causing conical or craggy islands made of hard igneous rock, such as granite and basalt, which are super strong construction rocks, but harder to work with due to their toughness to crush and cut. Tectonic islands, on the other hand, are formed by tectonic plates, these little fellas, pulling apart and pushing the seabed to the surface, which means tectonic islands are pushed up from the seabed and are generally made of soft marine rock, and they're sandy and abundant in aggregate sources. Crete is almost entirely made up of grey limestone, with high deposits of sand and sandstone, and shale and shingle. Now, I don't think I need the professor's outfit to say that if Crete is made of limestone, sand, aggregate, and surrounded by and covered in water sources, it's basically a floating batching plant, which means it's perfect for building and, of course, concrete. So, since there's been civilization on Crete, humans have tapped into these abundant resources and constructed buildings originally out of huge limestone blocks and ancient concrete mixes such as Opus Caementicium. Get your ear rolls around that. And they also used hydraulic mortar-bound walls of sandstone, like these huge seawalls, which are nearly 2,000 years old. Some of the mixes look 2,000 years old as well, but on the whole most are pretty tidy, and certainly better than the Spanish mixers we looked at back in Series 1. They're all agitation drums, of course, as a mixing drum isn't needed. Due to mentioned on previous episodes, all the batching plants in Europe are wet batch. The quality of the batching plants are very varied. Some of them are absolutely fantastic, like this amazing bit of kit. Some of the plants are quite old, but very quaint, just like this one. And some rather precarious looking ones. But whatever batching plant the concrete comes from, the abundance of material in Crete means pretty much all the buildings are made of poured or precast concrete, despite during the construction stage looking like somewhere a Scooby-Doo villain would hang out. Perfect use of local resource in a resurgent market.
Quick bonus random fact.
If, like me, you've ever wondered why the buildings you see on holiday always have rebar poking out of the roof, like this. Well, it's because it classifies the building or the floor of that building as unfinished, meaning lower taxes and fewer regulatory requirements. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Next time you're abroad, keep your eyes open. It's everywhere. So, Crete's very makeup makes it the perfect place for building, especially in its most simplistic form, and its abundance of raw materials for the old grey stuff gives it a massive thumbs up from me. It's also a pretty damn good place for a holiday too. That draws an end to my time here in Crete. Thanks for joining me, and back to Lynn's in the cold weather. Join me next time on Mix You Here. Not so cold here after all, Lynn's. Sorry, Judith. I hope that's given you all a bit of an insight into the concrete industry over on Crete, the mixers, the batching plants, the history of the island itself, how it was formed, how they used concrete in the past and now in the present, and so on and so forth. But the real treat, the real treat, is the second Mix You Here segment of this episode, which is where we're going to go and see how the other half live in a 6-star resort, and we're going to go and have a look on the inside of the Harvey Weinstein suite on Epstein Island with our roving reporter, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
Good call.
Yeah, mate, top corner, sweet as a nut. Hang on, we're back. Why are we back? What do you mean we can't use it? Not even that bit about the kids' club? Oh. Well, can we cut to Hugh Edwards in Cardiff Bay?
No, not that one.
No? What about Jimmy Savile's holiday home in Glencoe? We can't use that either. Christ. Well, you know what they say? Don't work with children, animals, or people on the Operation U-Tree hit list. Screw this, I'm off for a pint with Philip Schofield.
About that.
Ah! Let's just get on the road. So my travels today brought me here to Wednesbury in the West Midlands to Volumech, part of the Cementech Group, a bodyer, manufacturer and repairer of volumetric trucks in the UK. And I'm here to meet the guys and have a good look around. So I'm here in the boardroom with Steve Cartwright, UK General Manager of Volumech, which is part of the Cementech Group. And first and foremost, I suppose, Steve, what's the dynamic? What's the difference between Volumech and Cementech?
Yeah, well, thanks for coming today, Lindsay, to visit us. So, Volumech are the UK arm of Cementech. Cementech are the global leader in volumetric mixer manufacture, based in a town called Indianola, which is just outside of Des Moines in Iowa. They employ around about 150 people in the factory there. So they manufacture the mixers. They get shipped over to us in a container. And then once they land here at our factory in Wednesbury, we'll mount them on the back of a chassis for a customer. Then go out and set the mixer up for the customer on site. But, also there's a lot of other things that we do in between that and around that we can help the customer with.
Okay, so Volumech's the UK arm of
It is, yeah.
Cementech.
Yeah. We also, we look after the European market.
Oh, okay. So this is the European hub as well?
It is, yeah. So we've got one dealer in the Netherlands as well at the minute, Mixmaster, and we support them from here in the UK, both in terms of mixer sales and then the support, for maintenance, parts and service, and our technical service team support them as well.
So how long have you been involved with the business, and how long's Volumech been going?
Yeah, so personally, I joined the business in August 2024. So around about 14, 15 months I've been with the business now. And, it's been, I didn't come from the concrete industry. I was working for a construction and agricultural plant dealership before that. So it's been a new industry for me, which I really enjoyed. Met some great people.
You enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, it's been really good.
You'll never leave.
Never leave. Yeah. So hopefully not. But yeah, so I really enjoyed. Like I said, my background is in machinery sales. Volumech was founded over 20 years ago by a guy called James Hobson. James is well known in the industry.
Yeah.
Volumech at the time were a repairer, repairer, and they mounted truck mixers onto chassis for manufacturers. They sold parts, and James probably knows more about volumetric mixers than anybody in the UK. You know, he's still with us. We bought the business back in 2020, right at the beginning, just before COVID struck.
Oh, right, okay.
And James, you know, his knowledge is fantastic. He's a real asset to the business. And we sort of took that on then and grew it. We purchased a business called Contech in 2021, which is a concrete testing business. So we've got our own in-house lab as well. And Phil Moore, who it's Phil's business that we purchased. Phil's still with the company there as our technical services manager. So, you know, although I'm quite new to the industry, we've got a huge in-depth knowledge of volumetric mixers and concrete producing and testing, you know, all under one roof. We employ 17 people here in the UK now. We've got, you know, that's everything from our, you know, customer service team, field and workshop engineers, the concrete technicians, and our administration staff. Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, so as I say, Cementech are the global leader in volumetric mixers. They were established in 1969. So yeah, I was established as well in 1969, but and they, you know, they've developed over the years, and they were the first company to put a volumetric mixer on the truck chassis. And yeah, it's just grown and grown and grown. They've got a worldwide dealer network now, you know, a big network in the States, other countries including Australia, obviously in the UK and in Europe. So yeah, so they are definitely the market leader. So they've got, obviously we're quite unique. We're actually owned by Cementech, but the other dealers in different parts of the world in the States, they're sort of independent businesses that sell other products as well, but run a Cementech dealership alongside that as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And do all the products go out with Cementech on the side, or is it Volumech? Or?
Yeah, so even in the UK, although we're Volumech as a dealer, the trucks are a Cementech truck, and you know we're proud of that. You know, as you'll see, Cementech on the shirts, and you know, on the side of the mixer they've got Cementech, side of the building's got Cementech. So we're very much part of the Cementech family.
It's very much worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then obviously you guys, you said you yourself are quite new to the industry, and obviously Volumech are sort of 4 years into the journey with Cementech. So if anybody out there in the UK doesn't know of you, how can they get to know of you?
Yeah, so obviously, really off on the website is a great place to start. You know, we've got full information about the products that we've got on there. You know, social media channels are growing all the time. You know, look out for us on Facebook and LinkedIn especially. Yeah. You know, we're doing lots of great content on that at the moment. We've got a field sales team. So we've got John Horsley. John is based covers the north of England, Scotland and Ireland. Mm-hmm. Then we've got in the central region, we've got Phil Martin. And then in the south, we've got Mark King. So again, reach out to them directly through something maybe on LinkedIn, or you can call through to the office here, and we'll put you in touch, and they'd love to come out and see you and talk more about Volumech, Cementech, and the great product that we've got.
Cool. So they can go in and talk to anybody at their offices. Brilliant. Are you doing any of the shows or anything?
So in 2026, we're doing the UK Concrete Show in March at the NEC, which we're looking forward to that. We've got some really exciting stuff for that. We've got a new product, which I don't want to say too much about at the moment.
Okay. So you've got to go to the Concrete Show.
Go to the Concrete Show and come and visit us on our stand.
I'm sure David Fisher and the guys there will love that.
Yeah. So we've got a new product being launched then. We're doing Scott Plant for the first time in Scotland, so really looking forward to that. We've got a strong presence in Scotland, so it'd be great to see the people that we already deal with in Scotland come and see us, but also hopefully meet some new people as well. And then obviously in 2026, it's the turn of Hillhead, so we'll be up at Hillhead near Buxton. You know, and that one as well, we'll have our guys there. We'll have some presence from people from Cementech in the factory will be flying over as well to be on the stand with us.
Brilliant. So people can get you on the phone, they can get you in person.
Get a phone.
The show.
Yeah, on the show, website. There's a contact us page on the website. You know, we will get back to you as soon as possible through that. Or through social media, look out the guys directly. So that's John Horsley, Phil Martin, and Mark King. Just search for Volumech on LinkedIn especially, and you'll find them.
Cool. Pretty conclusive. Steve, thanks for your time. Can we go and have a good look round now?
Yeah, big pleasure.
Brilliant. Let's go and see. So I will say at this point, my first impressions of the Volumech site are nothing short of impressive. Modern, well put together, plenty of space to expand into, and extremely friendly and highly personable staff. Although, I will say that the ladies in the office refused to go on camera, as I didn't give them enough time to do hair and makeup apparently. I sometimes forget natural beauty is such a rare and dying commodity. There's certainly not many of us left. Stood on the mezzanine floor and looking into the factory, the first thing that hits me is the enormous amount of storage that Volumech has, from the extensive racking out on the shop floor for large parts, and the internal small stores, which hold extensive amount of bins containing every part you could possibly need, right down to bolts and screws, which tells me there's no constraint on building anything, and most importantly, they can solve any issue you have, and they have any part that you might need. For want of a better term, a perfect downtime prevention system, and all counted and recorded by this chap, Carl. It was new service van day when I visited, and a whole new fleet was being readied to continue their top-notch UK-wide service fleet, much to the delight of this guy, Lee, the senior fleet engineer. As you can see, the new fleet is varied and extensive, and Volumech obviously leave nothing to chance when it comes to customer service. They're able to be on site as rapidly as same or next day, or of course offering full back to site for in-factory service and repair. They also run a demo truck for longer term repair support or for use by new customers on a trial basis. While I was outside, I noticed a number of used trucks. These were taken in part exchange, a rare premise for a manufacturer to do this, but a phenomenal sales tool in making a new truck more affordable, but also creating an affordable secondary market for second life trucks for those who can't afford or don't want new trucks. And remarkably, by the time this video goes out, they'll all be back in the field. The next 3 bodies were also outside on bogies, having recently arrived and been prepped for the fitting bay. Volumech are usually fitting 2 trucks at once, but have the capacity to up that number to suit demand. Another really unique ability of Volumech is, as Steve spoke about earlier, the ability to design mixes for customers, and of course, design the mix to suit the customer's materials, and indeed the Volumech truck itself. The customer can send materials to Volumech where these guys in the lab, Luke and James, will experiment with mixes, samples, strengths, and even grade materials. So if the mix doesn't work, they can recommend an ulterior sand supplier, for example, in order to optimise the customer's journey. And of course, once tested within an inch of perfection, Volumech can then advise mix recipes and even program that recipe into the mixer for you. A true full 360-degree experience. So, some really cool company features, but Volumech is first and foremost a mixer manufacturer. And despite obviously being a phenomenal product, there was a couple of very strong features about the mixer that caught my eye. The first being automatically adjusting gates to each individual mix. This allows precisely the right amount of product to leave the machine, regardless of its slump or additives or operation. Also highly unique is the mixer can store up to 249 individual mix programs, when most of the volumetric mixers on the market can only store up to 20. Extremely handy if you ever need to go back to a job or mimic a job from months or even years earlier. And the third being, as the mixer comes in a container, and the Volumech guys here are fitting the hydraulics and setting a PTO up, it means it takes around 80 hours to fit a brand new mixer body to a new chassis. Meaning when your brand new chassis turns up at Volumech, you're only ever a week or 2 away from driving away in it. All in all, Volumech offers a highly impressive product, put together by fantastic people, in a quality environment, and offers customers a fully immersive and 360 approach to their business.
So
So massive thanks to Steve and the team at Volumech for showing me around. I've probably done the guys a slight disservice in the sense that I was plugging the concrete show at the start of the video, and that footage was taken about 4 months ago. The concrete show's now been and gone, but you guys must have caught up with them at the NEC as they won the new product award for their AccuPore quote to invoice system. So well done them. It does, however, mean that my product was pushed back down to 4th, so I demand a recount. So, other volumetric mixer suppliers are available, of course, Balinks, Armcon, etc., but I've not been there yet. So what I can say is if you're after a fully immersive product that covers your needs through interaction with quality people, then Volumech come highly recommended by me, and Cementech should be immensely proud of what they're doing over here. So that's it for Concrete Conversations, Season 2, Episode 2. Thanks for watching. See you again next time, and please, please, please subscribe.